Each square in our jacket measured about 12 centimeter, and the total squares that I made for this jacket in particular was about 77 in total. I will show you the particular crochet hook I used. It's different. That was why it gave me the size of squares that I had, and I'll explain why very soon. Sizes of crochet hook here, and I think different types, because this one I'm holding here is size 4 and this is size 4. This guy gives you something bigger than this guy. There's a reason why I'm explaining this, because when I started my jacket, this was what I started with, so I consistently followed up with this crochet hook. If you are going with this one, the size will be totally different, like very big, much bigger than what this guy is going to give to you. Now we're going to skip the first chain before our loop. We're going to skip this first chain before our loop, so we'll go into the second loop, and we're going to do half double crochet across our chain. We're going to skip the first part and we're going to go into the second loop. You have to do is to yarn over, insert into your next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and you're left with 3 loops on your hook, and then you yarn over and pull through all 3. That is the half double crochet. So we're going to do it again. Yarn over, insert into your next stitch, pull through, and pull through all 3. So we're going to do that across this chain. We're almost at the end of our chain, and we want to hide this tail that you're seeing here. We're going to bend it forward and we're going to crochet over it. Now we're done with this line or round, and now we're going to change. We're going to move on to the next round, and to do so we're going to chain. So 1, 2, and then we're going to continue. We're not skipping any stitch this time. We're not going to skip any stitch. We'll start from the very first one. So we're going to do half double crochet across these stitches till the very end. The reason for these 2 stitches, the reason for these 2 chain is to be able to turn and get the height of our next round. So it's giving us the height of the half double crochet. If we're going to do a double crochet, it will be a different number of chains to give us the height of the next round. So we're going to do half double crochet across the stitches. We're going to stitch into the top part of our stitch. The V-shaped stitches, we're going to go into the both of them directly under, and that's how you're going to stitch across. So as we're approaching the end, we're going to stitch into this very last we're going to crochet into this very last stitch, and please make sure that you get every stitch so that your square does not start to fold or like have irregular patterns at the side. You want to make sure you have a perfect square, and you also want to make sure you maintain your tension. If you have a loose tension, you're going to have a bigger square. If you have a moderate tension, you have a moderate square. If you have like a tighter tension, your square is going to be very small. At the end of our second round, we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, just like we did, and we're going to turn around and we're going to do our half double crochet across like we did before. You're going to continue doing this till you have 20 rounds on your square, and when you have 20 rounds, we're going to fasten off. So let me show you what that looks like. And we're done with our 20 rounds. Let's count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and we are at the end of our round. So all you just have to do is cut off a little bit, so you can have like a certain length left, and into this loop. This is a loop where your hook is in normally. All you just have to do to fasten up is to crochet this end inside, and then you pull. That's how to fasten up, and you've tightened off that bit. I am not going to cut it now, but while we are joining our square pieces to bring out our final result, which is the jacket, I'm going to stitch this in between to hide it. The reason is that it will give me more security so that my jacket does not unravel in the future, and I advise that you do the same. If I snip it from this end, there is more likelihood that it will start to unravel with time as I wear and wash. And now for the cuffs of your jacket. Although I used black color for mine, but I'm just going to demonstrate with the purple yarn so you can see what I'm showing you. You are going to make your slip knot, and we're going to chain. I'm going to chain 15. And now we're going to skip the first chain after our loop, just like we did for the square, and we're going to do a half double crochet across the chain. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through all 3, and we're going to repeat this across our chains. For mine, I doubled my yarn so that I will be able to make it so it should be thick. That was why I doubled my yarn. Now we're approaching the end of this large chain, just like we did for the square. We're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and we're going to turn. In the process, we did not hide this down here, we'll hide it up here. That is the tail end. This one is going to be different. Instead of crocheting into this front loop, we're going to crochet into the back loop instead. It's going to give us a certain kind of look. So we're going to go to the back loop. Instead of this front, we'll go into the back here. So I'm going to crochet at the back, pull through and pull through. Let's do it again together. Go to the back of your next stitch, pull through. We're going to do this till we've exhausted our stitches. Now this is the end of our stitches, and like a square we're going to chain 2, and we're going to continue crocheting till about 26 rows, or till about the quantity of rows that fits your hand. Now this is the black I did earlier, and make sure to leave enough strand after to fast enough, and so that we can join it to the jacket. Now what I was saying is this: you have to crochet till it wraps your hand quite good, to the extent you like it to. My hand might be smaller than yours, so you might have to crochet more round to your cuffs. Now for your ribbon at the bottom of the jacket, we're going to do the same back loop half double crochet as we did for this one, but our chain, we're going to have to chain 12. We'll chain 12 for the bottom of the jacket, and this is what it looks like. So this is the ribbon for the bottom of my jacket. You chain 12 for the ribbon of your jacket, and then you do your back loop half double crochet, and you're going to make up to 108 or 110 rounds, because I feel like I'm going to add to this depending on how puffy I want my jacket to be or less puffy. Also for the ribbon, your neck ribbon, it's longer than the rest. I did about 150 rounds, and it is not still enough, so I'm going to add more rounds to this ribbon. So this is what it's going to look like. This is the pattern it's going to give you by the end of your crocheting. I hope you understood what I said. You can ask your questions in the comment section if you did not, and I will explain further. So the next part of this video, we're going to be joining our squares together. Now these are my squares, and they're all up to about 77 squares. I used all these colors, and each color has a certain number of which I crochet. So these are all the squares plus our ribbons. So we're going to go into stitching everything together. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So here I'm just arranging the squares so that I can properly join them together. The range of the entire squares when I was arranging was quite wide, and I could not like pick everything in this particular video. But when I was done arranging, I took my time to take like a full like shot of the entire arrangement, and I kept this on the ground while I was stitching everything together to help me with the color arrangement and everything. So you'll see what that looks like very soon. Alright, so now we're going to be stitching along, and we're going to be joining the squares 2 by 2 until we have a row or a column, and then we'll join the entire row or column together. And for our stitching, we're going to be making use of our single crochet stitch. The reason is that I don't have a darning needle, so I'm going to make use of our single crochet stitch. And while doing that, I'm going to hide this tail. I left this tail behind so that I can properly secure it into our stitches so that this jacket does not unravel anytime in the near future. We're going to be making use of our yarn, and we're going to firstly make our slip knots. So we'll make our slip knots, and we're going to put these two together like so, as though we're sewing two pieces of cloth together. So I'm going to sew along, or stitch along, sorry, this line. So, but it's more like we're joining a new yarn. So the method is simple. Then we're going to stitch along the top of the both of them. So stitch along the very top while hiding this extra yarn. So we insert, so we'll hide the tail of our working yarn and the tail of this our white yarn. This one will be hidden when it is joined to another square. So we'll continue like that. Insert, pull, insert, pull, yarn over and pull through. So we're going to continue like that. Stitching along and joining them both while hiding our tails. Now this is what it looks like at the other side. It's quite neat and well joined together. This is what it looks like at the back. It's going to straighten out. So we're going to fasten off. We'll cut a piece and we'll put it through, and then we're going to tighten it. Here's how to fasten off. This yarn, this tail, we're going to hide it as we join the row or column together. So we're going to repeat this across the other squares, and then I'll come back when I've joined an entire row or column together and show you how Alright, I've been able to join all of them together. I used grey yarn where I had grey and white, and red for where I had red, and these are just the two color yarn I'm working with. Anyways, this is the back, and this is what the front looks like. So I will continue across the rest, and I'll finish up and show you the end result. Alright, I'm done stitching everything together. This is the hand panel, and this is the front panel. This is the front panel. We're done joining all our squares together. Now we'll join the parts for the hands first, and then that's the ribbons. We'll try joining all the ribbons together before we fit the entire piece together. This is the other arm part. I don't know if you can see it really clearly. I think this is better. And then this is the entire back panel. I love how this is going so far, and I really want to see how the finished product very quickly. So yes, we're done. It's just to join every piece together. I enjoyed myself making this. Alright, so now we're going to be joining our front panel at the top here, as we outlined it in the beginning. So we'll have something like this. We'll place our arm around here, from here to this place. This is where our arm is going to be. But now I want to join the front panel. Then for this part, we'll join this side, right? So it's supposed to be, let me see. Okay, so it's like this, black and red. I'll join this part as well to this side. So this is what it looked like after joining my back panel and my two front panels together. The next thing we're going to be joining is the arm panel by the side, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so we're done joining the top part together. Now we'll be joining the arms together, and from how we arranged it in the beginning, the arm is going to start from here and it's going to go up to this fourth square. That's how it was arranged in the beginning. So where's my, let me put it across so you can see what I mean. So since we have 4 squares, we're going to make sure that the middle of our arm is running through the middle. It's going to run through the middle of our joining here. So we're going to ensure that the middle stays at the middle while we join towards the end, and this one towards the end as well. So we're going to do that for this part, and we're going to do that for this other part. So this is what it looks like after joining the arms together. What we're going to do is that we're going to join our cuffs at the hand side. We're going to join the cuffs before we join the entire body together, so that we can join the ribbon at the bottom of the clothes. So we'll join the cuffs for the arm. Then I'm going to, after joining that, we're going to turn the clothes towards the middle like this. We're going to turn it upside down, so we're going to have the arm like this. So the cuffs would have been joined already at this point, and since I want it, since the cuff is smaller, it will be kind of folded a little bit like this. So once we're done, sorry for stammering, would arrange the sides pardon, I'm coming. Let me put this down and arrange. Alright, my table is not that wide, so whatever we're doing for this part, we'll do for this part. So sorry about the environment, just this shirt is very large, so yeah. So whatever we're doing for this side of the jacket, we'll do it for the other side. Now, like I said, once I'm done joining the cords together, it to be a little bit folded because I want a puffy hand. Once we're done, we're going to fold it like so, and we're going to stitch along like this towards this is the armpit area, and then we're going to stitch down, and we're going to fasten off at this point. Now we're going to do it for the other side, and I'll come back and show you what we've done. Well, my table is not big enough, so whatever we're doing on this side, we'll replicate it on the other side. So this is the arm. We're just going to stitch along. This is the armpit area, so we'll just stitch right down this side to this point. We're going to do that at this side, and we're going to do it at the other side. And once we're done with that, we'll add our bottom ribbon to it. So this is what the end result looks like, and I was so impressed with the results, given that this was my first time making this jacket. It took me like over 2 months to start and finish because of work actually, but I was very happy at the end. If you found this video helpful in any way in making your jacket, if you enjoyed the process as well, you can go ahead and subscribe and like this video. You can actually share if you'd love to as well. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day.